Now so they give me this injection. This one knocked me out completely. What are the side effects of COVID-19 vaccine? Well, a lot of people have asked, can COVID vaccine kill me? In this video, we're going to talk about every bit of it, the dangers, the side effects, and exactly how you need to prepare yourself with my personal experience. So, I'm a bona fide card-holding member of the COVID-19 vaccine gang. I decided to go for my registration online. Like, I registered online. The idea is for you to register online so that when you get there, it will be a fast one. But unfortunately, when I got to the primary health center, because I had mine in the primary health center, and they were like, the network is not okay, story. So they had to go through a manual registration again. So I had to return another day entirely. That day fell on the 6th of that September. So I registered and I received my vaccine. I would like you to know that there are different kinds of vaccinations. There is Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca. So the Johnson & Johnson is just one shot. I got to receive Moderna. Okay, this is mine. It will be stated on your card which you have received. Okay, because Moderna is 2 shots, and if you are going back again a month after, it has to be a month after, remember please. Whoever is filling your card must write the date and it must tally. Okay, now it must be 30 days after when you receive the second vaccination to complete your dose, and it has to be the same one you received the first time. So you check your card, is it Moderna the first time? Then you have to receive Moderna the second time. Is it Pfizer the first time? It has to be Pfizer the second time, you know, and like that. So make sure that whatever is written here is what you receive the second time. So guys, this is where the gist is. Later that night, fast forward, the pain started. I didn't take it alone that day. I took it with Obi. So when my pain started, I brought it to his notice. He was like, no, not much. I had to go and take paracetamol. The next morning, the hand was swollen. This is no joke. It was actually swollen. It wasn't just the swelling. Later that day, I had a clot on my collarbones. The clot is not even completely gone. It has really reduced, but it's not completely gone. I don't know what was clotted in it, because only an x-ray or a scan that will bring out the exact thing that was clotted. Maybe it's blood, maybe it's whatever, I don't know. So I had to go back to the hospital again. Guys, not be joke. Okay, I got to the hospital, I laid my complaint, and they were like, just run tap water on your arm. I was like, after how many days? How can I run tap water on my arm after a few days? I mean, you should have said this before. Then I forgot to say something. After receiving your vaccine, you'll be told to sit for 15 minutes in case there's an effect, you know. So you have to sit for 15 minutes, and when there's no effect, then you can go home. And make sure you eat before you go for your vaccination. Though when I took mine, I didn't even sit for 15 minutes because it had no effect at that point. Or maybe I should have even sat. I never considered those dangers or the side effects. I've always thought that I was strong enough, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I shouldn't have thought so. That left me with so much pain. I was worried. I was thinking of going to another hospital. But when I was told that I should just chill, run water, place ice, guys, this thing not go. As in, it no go. Like, I had to live with the pain for a while. The pain took almost 2 weeks, yeah, just on my arm anyways. This was painful, but not with too much pain. I couldn't take my son's lunchbox on my arm. It was that painful, okay? I had to use my right hand for that all the time. So I had to deal with that. Obi just had light pain, and that was it. So fast forward to my second vaccine. This one, this was the one that broke the camel's back. I'm just a Nigerian sharing my experience on receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. So this second one, now so we go. Now let me show you. You'll see that it's exactly a month. The first one I took was on the 6th. And the second one I took was on the 5th, okay, 5th of October. And it's the same Moderna, because you have to be sure. They have to tick it, they have to write it that they are giving you Moderna. Now so they give me this injection. Guys, this one knocked me out completely. Like, totally. I got back home that day. Obi took his phone. an hour before me. So I took mine, and when I got back home, I already started feeling feverish. I started developing serious headache. I went to run my arm under the shower immediately. Given the experience of the first one, I cannot let it happen to me the second time. And I went to have my bath. I laid down. Guys, this thing where I did talk, it knocked me off. During that period, I could not move. I could not go around. I could not do business. I could not even check my account. I could not even transfer money for transactions. It was that bad. There are things you need to do before taking your COVID-19 vaccine. We're going to talk about that as we move on in this video. It's knocked me down. It's knocked Obi down. And I was actually treating my son for malaria at that point, just before we took the vaccine. So imagine it knocking us all down. Obi was a little stronger than myself, but the next day it kicked in and he was also sick. 3 of us were just in bed, and I had to take care of my son. Obi had to take care of us. It was one of the most difficult situations for us. So we had to do this on our own. We actually planned to do it on our own. Guys, it's good to buy foodstuff in bulk. Have you seen my last video on foodstuff to purchase at mile 12? I also went to trade fair. Have you seen that experience? It's amazing. So you should do well to check out that experience. That's at the end of the video. I actually had food at home, and Obi was helping to cook because I was even weaker than he was. I had to call my doctor. He told me some medicines to buy. Obi had to go to the pharmacy to purchase those medicines. This was a very tough period. This time, this thing was for real. I mean, I was shivering, I was having severe headache, I was having body ache. It is the body ache that gets me. I mean, every part of my joints was aching me. Even my waist, my hip. Lying on the bed was frustrating. Getting up was impossible. It was that painful. This is not to scare you. This is to prepare you. You need to know what to do before going for your vaccination. In order not to have the same experience, Obi also complained of the same thing, like his joints, his bones were in serious ache. My son couldn't go to school. The school teacher had to come home. In fact, she offered to assist and all. I was just feeling like, oh. I don't like medicine naturally, but I was on top of it. Like, it's supposed to be 8 hours. Everything that we are instructed to do, I made sure I did it all. And eventually, it paid off. This started on a Tuesday. By Sunday night, we were fine. Because when we woke up on Monday morning, I could take my son to school. And since then, we've been up and doing. Talking of the things you should do before receiving your COVID-19 vaccine, or things you should do prior to that period. Eat before going to receive your vaccine. Before that day, please take care of your health. Probably you may have malaria and you don't know it. Please treat malaria. Talk to your doctor. He may be able to help you with some anti-malaria medicines, and treat that first. Because you know these things now, they talk about underlying sickness and all. You don't want to be in that category. It's not safe for anyone. I can't even wish it on my enemy to go through what I went through. It's dangerous to just put your life at risk like that. You know, if I had known better, I would have treated myself for malaria before then, because my doctor said that probably there was malaria in my bloodstream before I went for the vaccination, and this just triggered it. So if you have any ailments before that time, make sure you're good to go. You see, our bodies respond to things differently, and our bodies will definitely respond to the vaccinations differently. But to be on the safe side, make sure your health is top-notch before you receive the vaccine. It is safe to receive the vaccine. You can see that I'm up and doing. In fact, that was last week when I posted my video on sales. If you have not seen that video, do check it out after you watch this video. I couldn't even push that video. I just posted and that was it. I mean, I just not to disappoint my YouTube family, I just had to post something. So do well to support your girl. See that video. It's time for our subscriber of the week shout out, and our shout out this week goes to UJ Space TV. Welcome to our community. We love to have people like you here. Thank you for subscribing. We love you and God bless you more. Still talking of coronavirus vaccine side effects, please treat yourself before you go for your vaccination. The pain can be insane. Please, I love you guys. You guys are my person.